Happy August 2024 once again to my ballistic blood brothers and sisters in arms. This is starting to become a thing. It's starting to feel like the old days where once a week or maybe even a little bit sooner we get together and we work on something cool, and that's what we're doing today. It is going to be the third installment of the video testing the brand new Serbu BFG-50 Mk II rifle, and today I want to stretch it out a little bit. I want to get it on paper at rifle caliber distances. Since a lot of our time doing the initial zeroing was spent at shorter ranges, because I wanted to find out where it was and not just be errantly throwing rounds around, we now have it zeroed. At 30 meters, it's dead on. At 50 meters, it's about 4 inches high, 4 to 6 inches high. So that meant we're still on that climbing part of the arc at 50 meters, which gives me a lot of confidence for what we're going to find at 100 meters and beyond. So instead of working with short ranges, let's do the work that the good Lord, Mark Serbu, and John Moses Browning would like us to, and let's get to shooting at some rifle distances. If you'd like to continue to be notified when we upload more videos in this series, make sure that you're subscribed. I've got a lot of people that have told me they subscribed a long time ago and now they're not getting notifications. So if you go down and check, make sure you're subscribed and make sure notifications are turned on. You'll be one of the first people to know when the next video is coming. As you can see, the skies are looking pretty ominous. We are socked in with clouds. It's been raining off and on all day. It is super humid, and without question, it's going to rain on us again. So I'm going to employ some help out here at the range so we can get back and forth to the 100 as fast as we can, get these targets up and get some shots down range. And as long as the weather holds out, which I really hope it does, we'll continue to push that distance.
A new rifle in town, so silent and strong. The Serbu BFG-50 Mk II, never wrong. Stealth in the night, power in my hands, ready to conquer new lands. Loaded and locked, feeling so alive. Precision like a hawk, ready to strive. Quiet whispers in the wind, deadly calm, aiming true, no need for alarm.
So this is something that I've found extremely helpful when I'm working with very heavy subsonic rounds. As a lot of you know, it's a lot like throwing artillery. There's a hell of a curve to this stuff. And when you're moving between large distances and you don't really know what the difference between the point of aim and point of impact is going to be, and you don't want to shoot a whole bunch of extra ammo for nothing, this is what's worked for me. I take a 6-foot tall piece of chloroplast and I line it with clean paper. I have my point of aim high, and I have a couple of them, so no matter where it drops in low, it will be visible for us. We can make the adjustments and then we can get on target like we want to. We're going to start by using the reticle that's set up at 50 meters, and then we'll see what kind of changes we have to make at 100 based on where it drops in. That is super cool. Let me show you the point of impact in case you didn't pick it up. So at 100 yards, it looks like we're about 6 inches high and 3 inches to the right. which is really cool because that means that 30-meter sight-in proof that we did a couple weeks ago, we were well into the upward swing of that curve. So I'm not going to have anywhere near the drop that I thought I was going to be dealing with on this. I'm actually going to have to bring it down a little bit. The point of impact is actually above the point of aim. So I'm going to do another shot to proof that, to make sure that that's actually where it is and I just didn't throw around. And because it's so humid and I can't see very well through the safety glasses, and because I'm old and broken, I want to take this a little more serious. So from this point forward today and at distance, I'm going to be using the CTK Precision Rest. And that way I'm not moving all around trying to counteract the Jeff factor, which could definitely mess up the performance of the firearm. Let's take another shot. I'm going to keep the same point of aim right directly at that dot, and we'll see if it hits high and right as well. If it does, then we'll just do that one-shot sight-in, see if we can sync them up, get on target at 100. It's tough to see, but it looks like I'm perfect with the windage, and the elevation is maybe 4 inches or so high. I'm going to take a drive down to check that out for sure. We'll come back and make any adjustments that we need. This is awesome. That was absolutely correct. The windage was fine, the elevation 2.5, 3 inches high. So what I'm going to do is change the point of aim by changing one of the reticles to a 100 yard reticle. And I'm going to utilize that one-shot sight-in again. I'm going to throw the crosshair, the primary crosshair, on the point of aim, which is the black dot. I'll put the secondary crosshair on the point of impact, which is the one straight above. And yes, I do trust the one with the correct windage on this rest over the one with me moving and shaking all around trying to see through the fog in my glasses. So I'm pretty confident that's where it is. We'll see if we can get right on at 100. We're pretty close right now, which amazes me for a 30-meter sight-in. That's really cool. We're learning every day about this. And then I want to push it out to 200 and 300 and 400 and see what it will do. And to actually finally have an answer for those of you that have asked, is this rate of twist enough to stabilize that heavy round? And the answer is yes. Those holes in the paper at 100 yards are actually just as straight as can be. And if it wasn't stabilizing them, we'd see some yawing. I've had some guns that are shot out, they hit sideways. So if they're not stabilized, it's very, very clear, but these are going through nice and straight. And we'll continue to monitor that as we get out to distance too. Let me change the sight in. See if I can train my caveman brain into turning the damn camera on in the scope when I shoot, and let's see if it's finally on at 100. I made the adjustment with the scope, just starting to sprinkle, but we're doing okay. Let's see if this one is a little bit closer to the point of aim than the last. Oh, these glasses are fogging up terribly. I could barely see by the time I squeezed the shot. Felt like I pulled it a little bit. Let's check. Yeah, I did. I pulled it to the right. Humidity is unbelievable. Let's see if we can keep it steady this time. and allow the rifle and the ammo to do what it's capable of without me screwing it up. That felt a little bit better. And I'm still a little bit to the right. Now I'm not sure if that original one that was off to the right was correct or not. Gonna have to do a little bit more checking. Darn it, the rain is starting to come in, and I just looked at the radar and I'm gonna get hammered and everything soaked if I don't pack up and get out of here right now, but I'm glad we got the chance to spend a few minutes. It's this close to being zeroed at 100 at this point, and I haven't had to overdo the adjustments on the scope or even close to it because we were so darn close from that 30-meter sight-in that we originally did. So that's kind of cool. I didn't get to spend as much time here as I wanted, but I did learn a few things. I learned that getting on at 100 isn't going to be a problem, and I learned that the projectiles are all flying nice and true. And I'll take another run down and I'll get some close-up shots of the holes where they're perforating. It's actually not just paper, light paper, but it's a heavy cardboard target stock with chloroplast backer. So it's a nice surface that it can hold on to, and if there were anything that were out of alignment, it would be crystal clear. So we'll take a look at those, but I'm happy that it is flying nice and straight. So how cool is this, huh? This is installment number 3. Soon as the weather breaks, I'm going to get back out and shoot installment number 4, because now that I know we're in at 100, I can't wait to try 200 and 300 and actually start looking into some of the other features of the optics themselves. And Detroit Ammunition Company was kind enough to send another load that they have, another subsonic load. It's a 650 grain subsonic full metal jacket, as opposed to the 750 grain AMAX rounds that I'm running. So once we get it dialed in, we'll try some of those 650 grains and see how far the point of impact is versus the point of aim, or if they're still close enough to be negligible. But something else to learn, and that's awesome. So thank you for joining me again at the range today, checking out and testing the Serbu BFG-50 Mark II. If you're enjoying this series, please click like, share us with your friends in your vast social media universe, subscribe to the channel if you don't already, check out the merch on Bunker Branding down in the description below the video, and if you like to talk guns, believe it or not, Facebook has been doing okay at facebook.com/guntestvids. Till next time, have fun and be safe. Hopefully it's soon.